Alright, so this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while, and it's a story about how I bought my dream car, Tesla Model Y, how I changed my mind or regretted it because of financial reasons and a couple other reasons I'm going to talk about in this video, and then I got rid of it for something else, all within a year. So I'm going to take y'all through it, and it really is a financial video. It's a maturity video more so than anything, so if you don't want that, go ahead and skip. I'm not making this for views or anything like that, but it's just, you know, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, maturity, mentally, financially, all that kind of thing, that's what this video is about. So let's get into it. Let's do it. All right, so for context, let's get in my headspace right now. Why I regretted it, why I got rid of the car and everything of that nature, right? So for context, we just paid off my wife's car, this Volkswagen Tiguan that I'm seeing it right now. Bought it in 2022, and we were like aggressive on paying it off really after 2 years of having the car, right? So we just paid it off. It was left around, I want to say $12,000, and we just really checks it here. Let's be done with that. Want to get out of that debt, right? And so that was a big milestone for us in 2025 and 2026, which was just be able to pay this car off. And you know, it's really a blessing, right? A couple of videos back, I think on the same channel, you can probably go find it, we also paid off one of my wife's student loans, and she still has other student loans. Well, you're married to that, really. You're married to whatever your partner has, and this, you know, if you're serious about the person that you talk about these things, right? Like I said, it's a financial video, and so there's different lessons that you can pick from this if you're interested. But yeah, so we're on the same mindset when it comes to managing money, when it comes to being free, financially free, when it comes to paying off debt, when it comes to just, you know, taking a hold of our finances and being proactive, managing it well, and not just being passive, really understanding what it is that we're doing with our money. So we paid off her car. It's a blessing, thank God, praise God. Paid off one of her student loans. I think that one came down to like $10,000 as well. So, you know, by the grace of God, wrote a check, paid that off. Still got some other loans, and I still got student loans as well. So when it comes to the Tesla, that's what we want to get into, right? So ever since, you know, Model Y came out, man, like I've been driving down the road. I had a blue Subaru Legacy, and I bought that with my own hard-earned money over the years. I think like 5 years. I had a 5-year loan on that, and I, you know, I had a job. I was working and painting. That job took me to work, back, place, church, everywhere. And that car was my car. But man, I just always dreamed about having a Model Y Tesla ever since I seen them on the road, and they are everywhere these days. But when they first came out, I was like, man, I gotta have me that car. That's my dream car right there. Fast forward, I'm an EV guy. Right now, I will not drive anything other than an EV. And we're gonna get into which car I'm driving right now, which car I got rid of the Tesla to get into. It's still an EV, but we're gonna talk on that. But when I see a Model Y down the road, I be like, that could be me. That I need one of those. I'm about to get one of those, and I'm not one of those people where it's like jealous, or it's like that should be me. That it's just like, man, you aspire. It's like I'm gonna work hard to put myself in a financial situation to afford that and be happy with it, right? Car doesn't define me. Material things don't define me. It's just, you know, you work hard, you can purchase things. There's nothing wrong with that. So it's like, man, I gotta have me a Model Y. Talk to the wife about it. It's like, yeah, you know, we financially can afford it. Boom, boom, boom. Run the numbers, or did I? Right? And that's the thing. When it's like, when you want something so bad, you really sometimes make decisions where it's like, bro, you didn't weigh the pros and cons, or you didn't count the costs that well. And I can and could afford the Model Y. I bought my Model Y, Tesla Model Y. It was white interior. And see, if you know anything about Teslas, where you configure the car, you're pretty much buying the car. It's like going in the mall and buying a pair of sneakers. You can go in Tesla and buy it and walk out. You don't need no dealership. Go online. I think I have a video on this same channel. You can find a video of when I purchased the car. You go online, I configured it, and I was just excited. I wanted the white interiors, the 21-inch wheels, configured everything. Price was just going up. My Tesla ended up being like $55,000 out the door, right? Can't afford it. Can't pay for it comfortably, month to month. But here's what I did wrong. Out of excitement and out of really not being patient, out of really not listening to wise counsel, out of just being dumb, and yeah, just not smart in retrospect, you know, with the whole thing, and being wise, especially with EVs. This is just a sidebar. If, like I said, I'm an EV guy. I would only drive an EV, but I would not buy an EV brand new again. If you do it, that's fine. But just personally, I will not buy an EV brand new just because of the depreciation. Like cars depreciate, but EVs depreciate like crazy. You can find a used EV on the market a year later and save $10,000-$15,000. And that's what I plan on doing with the Rivian R2 when I get it. I'm gonna wait till it's on the market used. And that's not a car I'm in right now because it's not out yet, right? Worked hard, saved money, and man, when I went and traded my Tesla, my Subaru Legacy, boy oh boy, this is a car that I have paid off. This car was mine. And that's another thing. Financially speaking, if you have a car it's paid off, unless it's one of them like luxury cars where it appreciates, so you can trade it in and, you know, parlay it for some money and it'll knock off a big amount on the next car you getting, don't do it. Because my Legacy was paid off. It was my car. Could have kept it, could have given it to mom, could have kept it for my sons. One of my sons could have kept it as a car that, if you know, like an emergency car for the family, whatever the case is. But I just wanted that Tesla. I had to have it. Saved up a little bit of money to put a down payment and was like, I would trade in this Subaru. Went to the dealership. Boy, they gave me $3,000 for my Subaru that I paid $27,000 for. And guess what your boy did? I took it. I took the deal. And that $3K ain't nothing off my monthly. And so October of 2023, finally convinced the wife to say yes to me buying a brand new Tesla. After I took on a test drive, she was like, yeah, this thing nice. You cannot sit in a Tesla and not say this thing is not nice. Even if you don't like EVs. I don't care who you are. So got you know, October, got everything straight, went and watched a bunch of videos about it, did all the things, got my accessories, you know what I mean, finalized everything, and then I took delivery November 8th of 2023, and you can watch that video again, like I said. And I was living the dream, man. That was my dream car. Still kind of is my dream car. It's between the Model Y now. I think it's a perfect car. Space technology. There's nothing wrong with that car at all. But right now, the R2, because of brand around it and the size for family and just the looks, the boxy look is what I'm, you know, more interested in these days. But anyway, let's get to numbers. For numbers, my EV costs $55,000. Tesla Model Y. I have, like I said, I have a video on here about accessories and everything. The loan was for 7 years. And that is like, why did I do that? 7-year loan. I forget what the interest rate was, but I don't really matter. It just comes down to monthly. What are you paying on a monthly basis on the car, right? And like I said, why I could afford it and still can't afford it, it was just like, yo, why are you, and I'm gonna be transparent, why are you spending $800 a month paying for a car? That's just me. A lot of people do it. Average car loan payment in this country is $777. That's what the average person, most Americans are paying for car loan these days. $777. I was paying $800 for Model Y, and comfortably doing so. Did it for a year, could have did it for the entire 7-year loan, but I was just like, why am I spending $800 on a car to go to work, come home, to go to church, come home, go visit the parents, come home, go to the grocery store, come home? Like, I ain't doing no road trips. I ain't towing nothing. That's a lot of money. Could be in the market, stock market, could be saved up, invested. There's so much I could do with that money. Like, if you want to pay a car loan, this is just me. This is me. I ain't telling you what to do. If I want to have a car loan that bad, it should not be more than $350. $400 is pushing it. Why am I paying $800 for a car for 7 years? Even if it was 4 years, why am I paying $800? That's what I had to ask myself. I was comfortable in it, but I was just like, man, this is dumb. Like, this is my dream car. I love it, but I got to get out of this. So what I do? Something had to change, man. I was like, man, if we're gonna be aggressive with this paying off debt and investing and just setting ourselves up to be free, really, to live comfortably in the future when it's closer to retirement, or just to give our sons and daughters a good life, then you gotta shave some things off. Like, even if you're happy with the car, even if you can make the payments, it's just not a wise thing to be spending that kind of money on a depreciating asset. So what I do, I did what my research told me to do, which is, it's an EV and electric cars have good rebates, especially at the end of the year. So I bought the car in November 2024. I drove it for a year. So this November 2025, I did some research, found another EV that had great rebates. And so I went to Hyundai and I found the Hyundai Ioniq 6. First of all, I found the Hyundai Ioniq 5 because it has space, for family, different things of that nature. They have the Chevy Equinox, Chevy Blazer, which has more space, and there's other EVs that, SUVs. But I found, I settled with the Ioniq 6, which is a sedan. It's much smaller. And that's another video. Why that was not a bad decision, because family grew quickly after that, and it's just not a family car. But that's not a video. But that's no pressing issue. It's not that I want to get rid of the car for. But yeah, found good rebates, and so the wise thing to do, and which I did, was took that Model Y enormous payment and a lot of years. So I would have been done paying the car in 2030 when Hyundai said, hey, listen, I want to convert my negative equity, because the car, I was in dumb negative equity. That's the important thing here, is with the depreciating value of the car, owing $50-something thousand, but the car only being worth $20-something thousand, that negative equity is just like stupid. And then interest on top of that would have ended up being when it's all said and done in 2030, it was not only $55,000, I would have paid like $60-something thousand. So that interest was just ridiculous. That's a lot of money where you can invest, you can save. There's a lot of things you can do with that money. $65,000. I think cars right now are so ridiculous. So when in Hyundai, they had a great rebate. I think they gave me a rebate discount of I think $15,000, which knocked off $15,000 of my $17,000 negative equity. So I rolled that into a lease. And if you want to know more about how to do that, how to get off a stupid car purchase, that's the best thing to do. Go find a high rebate car, roll it into that. And I got a much shorter lease deal. So my lease is only for 2.5 years. So instead of done paying my Tesla Model Y in 2030, I'll be done with this Ioniq 6 lease in 2020, December or January 2028. So I'm saving myself 2 years, and I'm saving myself. So Tesla costs $800 a month. I'm saving myself a couple, I want to say $100 and some a month on my lease. And so the amazing thing is, when that lease is done, I simply take that Hyundai back to Hyundai and say, I'm done with this and I'm free. I'll get a walk away free, and I can go buy a beater for a couple $1,000s and drive that, because I don't really care what people think. When I'm just going to work, going to church, going to the grocery store, that's it. But like I said, I'm interested in R2, but we're gonna make it wise. We're gonna save and pay that cash, or have a $200 payment monthly, and it's gonna be 2 years done. We ain't keeping that for 7 years or 5, or whatever the case is. We're gonna have a paid off car. But yeah, so once my lease is done with the EV, with the Ioniq 6, I get to go simply turn in the keys, say I'm done, and walk away and be able to start afresh. And that's really what it is about. That's why I made this video, being able to say this was a stupid purchase, not the car itself, because like I said, it's my dream car, but just the finance around it and the deal that I put myself in. So we've made a lot of corrections, and that's really what it is about. Just being able to grow mentally, being able to say, hey, listen, this was a mistake, and how can I correct it, right? I ain't scared to put it out there. Fry me in the comments if you want, but I think that was a wise thing to do as a person who wants to be financially free, who values what they do with their money, and who also values building financial freedom for myself and my family. I've been able to also be in a position where I can give back, because paying $800 a month for a car, man, like, that's money you can save, invest, give back. So it's just like, that's where my mind is really. So I saved 2 years. I save a lot of money monthly, and when I'm done, I get to go turn in this car and say I'm done and start over. So that's what I'm gonna do. My mind right now is the R2, but like I said, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna do it right. But it's not something that I'm gung-ho on like I was with the Model Y. I was like, I gotta have that. If the numbers don't make right, I'm just gonna, like I said, find a car where it's like reliable, Toyota or something, and just drive that to work back and just be happy. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Let me know what you think, if you've ever made a dumb purchase like that, vehicle otherwise, and how you got out of it. And yeah, appreciate you watching. And I'll be updating on this channel what I do in terms of like the Hyundai and everything else. I will see you on the next video. Appreciate you watching. My name is Flex. Peace.